trying to kick somebody's ass. I mean, that's why we're here.
That is caught! Left center! Reds win!
And this ball is launched. High and very deep to right, long gone. It's second of the night. Elly De La Cruz.
Short lead for Pena. Larkin drills it. Do you believe this? It's going to be gone! Back to back! Walk-off home runs! How about this? Cameron is back! He's back! He's back!
And a swing and a drive! Deep left field! This one belongs to the Reds! Swung on and hit deep to left field! That ball is going to be gone! Home run! And the Reds put it tied to score!
Goes to second one. Around to first. Got a double play! And the Reds sweep the Cubs. Breaking ball. Hit high. Hit deep. Way back there. And gone! Into the second deck and left. Christian Encarnacion Strand walks it off.
Archer does it! In his major league debut! He gets the final 3 outs, and the Reds get an extra inning win. A thriller 5-4.
Swung on, fly ball, hit the deep right field. That ball is gonna be gone. A grand slam home run by Mike Cameron.
2 outs, 2 on. Reds down by 1. Larkin down the line. This will win it. This will win it. Here comes Tucker. Here comes Steins. Larkin's won the game. Barry Larkin gets mobbed. Look at this scene. It's synergy.
The stretch, the pause and the pitch. And a line drive, base hit left center field. A single for Aaron Boone. And this one belongs to the Reds. The Reds have won 8 in a row.
Kobayashi with a long look turns it loose, and Dunn hits it to deep right. It's all over. And this one belongs to the Reds. The Reds have won their 5th game in a row. They've defeated the Cleveland Indians on an Adam Dunn 3-run home run, 4-2. In on the corners at first and third. 2 on, nobody out. Here's Roy Green pitching, no bunt. Ground ball by the third baseman into left field. Jay Bruce rounds third. This one belongs to the Reds.
That's it pretty good. Guess what? He doesn't need speed. That's gone. He's the king of the Queen City tonight.
With 1 out here in the 11th inning, you sure got to go now. 1 out, pull down the left field line. That ball is going to get the winning run in. Here comes Jay Bruce rounding third, heading toward the plate. And this one belongs to the Reds.
Huge situation for Votto. Why you paying the big bucks to deliver the goods with 2 outs in the 9th inning? Can he do it? In the gap, right center field, and Votto delivers the goods.
Hit deep center field. Hank Hill going back at the warning track. Oh! It's gone. Joey Votto is delivered.
Hello, Reds fans. Today is May 2nd, 2025, and this is your Chatterbox Reds pregame show. I'm Mike, and with me, a guy who has always been a proponent of carrying 3 catchers, Ricky Logan. How you doing, buddy?
Doing good. TGIF. Let's go get a win in these City Connects tonight.
That's right. That's right. And I guess right off the bat, let's start with some breaking news. It looks like Tyler Stephenson's injury rehab assignment is up, and unfortunately the corresponding move was sending Austin Hayes to the IL. So what are your thoughts on Stephenson rejoining the team here, Ricky?
I like it. He did hit a home run, but he wasn't hitting the ball too well, but maybe he was just working on mechanics and making sure he just stays healthy. So I'm not too worried about his average in AAA.
Yeah, he was scuffling a little bit, but I think Nick pointed this out last night. He was walking, so that's good to see. Seeing pitches well, which is good. And to be honest, this is the type of guy that you would want him starting with, right? A left-handed pitcher, relatively young guy. That Mitchell Parker is who I'm talking about, their starter, which we'll get to. But yeah, hopefully we can see some good stuff from him. What are your thoughts on Hayes? I feel like this is going to be a pretty big loss offensively for the Reds here.
Yeah. I was doing a little deep dive, and the Reds haven't been shut out with him in the lineup. So that's something to look for. I think he adds protection to both whoever's in between him, Elly, and whoever's batting 5th. But Yeah, he's going to be missed for sure. Hopefully, it's just a short little stint. And then maybe he comes back as soon as he's available to.
Yeah, boy, I hope so. He's been swinging the bat so well, and frankly, this offense just doesn't look the same, especially against left-handed pitching without him in there. So, I really hope that this is something like McLean's. It's like a short IL stint that then leads to him coming back. But yeah, hopefully Stephenson can pull up the slack here. I'm glad to see Stephenson DHing rather than Lux. Lux versus left-handed pitching is pretty poor, even though he's been doing so well against right-handed pitching. But yeah, that I forgot to mention. Go ahead and like the stream. We've already talked about how likes equals wins, and boy, we would love to get this series off on a good foot. So please like the stream. Make sure to subscribe to Chatterbox Reds. And I've seen some people in the chat. We're talking weather to start out with, which we'll get to later. But there are people that are not in the Cincinnati area, so I just figured I'd ask chat, where are you watching this from? Like, where are you watching us from? It'd be cool to see the reach that we have here, where Reds fans are around the country, around the world even. So drop in the chat where you're watching from, and it'll be cool to see where you're taking in the Reds game. But so let's get into the lineup here, Ricky. We already talked a little bit about it, Stephenson returning, but what do you have for these guys that were running out there against a lefty?
Yeah, we got TJ Friedel leading off playing center. Matt McLean playing second base today. He DH'd yesterday. Elliott Short batting third. That's been his mainstay. Marte moving up the cleanup spot. Marte, just pleasant surprise. He's been really good since he's been a full-time player. Espinal playing left field. It's good to see him getting more at bats too. Spencer Steer, he's quietly heating up, playing first base too. That's always a good sign, seeing him out in the field. And our guy, Tyler Stephenson, DH in the night, batting seventh. Jose Trevino, he's been one of the best hitting catchers in all of baseball, which who would have saw that coming? And then Blake Dunn batting ninth, playing right field.
Yeah, I really like keeping Trevino in there, especially catching, because he's just so good defensively and framing. So I really like that. And Stephenson getting him in there against the lefty, and then no Lux, like we mentioned, or Fraley. Espinal up to fifth. He's been absolutely crushing it against left-handed pitching. I think we've been highlighting that here. No Candy, no Friday night candy. I don't know. This is the second time in a row that they've not given us Friday night candy. I guess everyone else besides you and me, Ricky, are happy about that, but maybe Candelario's not happy about it. But I know he's on the IL, but man, it would have been his record with us on Friday nights are just something you can't make up.
We've been a part of like 4 of his 9 hits this season,
something like that. Northwest Indiana, we had some Savannah, Georgia, Austin, Texas. Thanks for chiming in, everyone. That's really cool. I appreciate. Let's see, we got living room right outside of Cincinnati. Your mom's house. Okay.
Hey.
Well, my mom watches the stream, so hey, watch yourself, man of war. But yeah, it's awesome to see how many people from all different places where we're seeing stuff. Make sure that you like the stream so that it can show up in the algorithm. We can get even more people watching. So yeah, that's the lineup there. Why don't we talk a little bit about the starter, Hunter Greene, our ace. What do you have on Hunter Greene going tonight?
Yeah, he had a solid start against Colorado. It's a nice bounce back after his 3-inning performance against Baltimore. And to have a bounce back in Colorado is pretty impressive in itself. He did give up 3 runs. He did have 8 strikeouts, though, with no walks. He's 3-2 on the season with a 2.70 ERA and a 0.85 WHIP. So he's undoubtedly the Reds' ace, and he's one of the best pitchers in the sport. So we love that. We're happy to have him, especially on his contract. And active Nationals, haven't seen Greene much. Keibert Ruiz is 2 for 2 with an RBI, but no other players have a hit against Greene. But CJ Abrams does have 2 walks.
Yeah, I was looking, and he actually only has 1 start against the Nationals, and it was last year, second game of the year. Remember, we started the season with the Nationals, and that lineup looks way different. Remember Jesse Winker? He was playing for the Nationals. Joey Gallo, Joey Meneses, Lane Thomas. All these guys were on the Nationals last year that are not here. So this lineup for them is going to look a lot different against Hunter Greene. And yeah, I agree. His starting Coors, 8 strikeouts in Coors Field is always good. I really hope that he gets it. I really can get it in here. It's going to be some light rain. We'll get to it a little bit, but hopefully we'll just be able to, see some more Hunter Greene dominance tonight. A few more of these ones in here. Huntsville, Alabama, in my semi truck. That's great. Love that we're getting some of those truckers there. Northern California, Fort Myers. Man, really cool to see where Chatterbox is being is being watched way more than outside of Cincinnati.
I'd be interested to know where at Northern California. I'm originally from the Sacramento, Yuba City area.
Yeah. So let's see who Gary David Fraser. If you could put that in there, Ricky's wondering for you.
I'm interested.
All right. Let's take a look now. At who Hunter Greene will be facing. So leading off, we have CJ Abrams, then James Wood, the guy who came up last year and really has been hitting the ball well, batting second. Nathaniel Lowe batting third. Keibert Ruiz, mentioned 2 for 2 against Hunter Greene, batting fourth. Luis Garcia Jr. playing second and batting fifth. Josh Bell, we've seen him a few times when he played for the Pirates, batting sixth and DHing. Dylan Cruz, the top third-rate prospect on Baseball America, batting seventh and playing right. Jose Tena batting eighth, and Jacob Young batting ninth. So anything on these guys and the people that maybe we should be looking out for, since they don't have much of a record against Hunter Greene?
Yeah, the one that I'm really worried about is James Wood. He's their power hitter. He's a big guy. He's 6'7", 234 pounds. He's got 9 home runs this season. He's batting .259 over his last 7 games. That's 7 for 27 with a home run. But his baseball savant stats are just off the charts. I mean, he's in like the 90th percentile in almost every category. He's great. He's gonna be a star in this league.
Yeah, already has 9 home runs. CJ Abrams, he started out on the IL, but has come back and done pretty well as well. He will run. He will steal a lot of bases, or attempt at least. And then Keibert Ruiz had a pretty good bounce back season. Notably, though, Dylan Cruz, the top prospect, he has been really scuffling. Like, I remember looking at some of those negative WAR leaderboards when Jake Fraley and Candelario and Spencer Steer were near the top, and Dylan Cruz was like number 2. I think he's kind of turned it around, had a couple home runs here recently, but, Dylan Cruz has been scuffling, and let's hope that we can keep it that way this series. And then Josh Bell has been pretty bad as well. So Mitchell Parker, left-handed pitcher, is their starting pitcher. He had been pitching pretty well this year until his last outing, where he, I believe, against the Mets, he had 5 innings, 7 runs, 5 walks, 0 strikeouts, which is tough. That is hard to watch.
Yeah. Let's
go ahead.
Let's hope. Yeah, let's just hope we can duplicate that just for our sake.
Yeah, no strikeouts and 5 walks, man. He must have been all over the place. What's crazy is his ERA is still 3.1. I think that just shows how good he had been throwing the ball beforehand. So an interesting thing about him is he just throws, so 4-seam fastball, left-handed pitcher, but he throws splitter, curveball, and slider. So nothing that goes away from righties, right? That was usually like a 2-seam or a changeup. That's something that would go away from the opposite hand hitter. So hopefully that means right-handed pitching will be able to square the ball up tonight. That would be great. I know Elly switch hitting, so he'll be batting righty against him. So hopefully that'll be good for that. It looks like we have a Knoxville, Tennessee from Trey. That's pretty cool. And then Elliott County is Manowar was just there because that's where Elise is, Elliott County, Kentucky. So really cool to see all these people out there. Let's get the Reds back up there. There we go. That brings us to our pitching path to victory. So we've had some games where the bullpen's had to eat a lot of innings recently, but what do you think, Ricky, is our path to victory here for our pitching staff if we can go ahead and get this win?
Yeah, we haven't seen Pagan or Santillan since Monday, so they'll most likely get some work in regardless. Luis May threw 15 pitches and got 2 strikeouts in his debut, which is great to see. No walks. That's great. The bullpen has retired 35 consecutive batters, so that's impressive. Let's hope we can keep that going. Ashcraft threw 31 pitches yesterday. I doubt he gets in the game today. Rogers only threw 12, and like you said, Suter was used quite a bit the other day as well. Maybe if in a pinch we could get him in hopefully he can be a short stint inning. And with Suter maybe not being available and Rogers pitching yesterday, we don't really have a left-handed option. So hopefully we don't need him.
Yeah, well, let's look at that lineup that they have out there. Lefty, lefty, lefty switch, righty, lefty, righty. So I get it. Suter pitched 40 pitches 2 days ago, and Rogers has gone 2 days in a row. But man, I was actually a little surprised they didn't potentially bring up Mole. I know he's on a rehab assignment and it hasn't looked great, but just this team, that's a lot of lefties stacked up at the top of their lineup that hopefully we'd be able to bring in somebody to kind of mow that down. It looks like Rogers saying that they're in a delay to start out with. That is unfortunate, but we will keep going because we were talking before. I think we really do expect them to try to get this game in. That's why they tried to move it up, I think, to get away from weather, but we'll see. One thing to note too, the bullpen for the Nationals is got the worst ERA in the league. 7.12 is their ERA. That's like almost a 1.5 worse than the next worst guy. So, I'm hoping we see a lot of deep counts, really get into that bullpen early and then go for it because, I'm loving 7.1 ERA. Let's just get in there and see some arms. I think they're if you want to call it, a bullpen went yesterday in their win. Their closer went. So he pitched yesterday, but probably would be available. But either way, man, let's just score some runs and make it not an issue.
Yeah.
Why don't we talk about the weather? I know we're in a delay to start out with, which is not great, but we will, what's it looking like for the rest of the afternoon or evening?
Yeah. Swish Analytics doesn't look right. I have 72. It says light drizzle, but I live just outside of Cincinnati on the Indiana side, and it's pouring down rain right now. So, and thundering. So light drizzle replaced that with solid rain and, winds blowing out towards left field at about 7 miles per hour. And it's going to slow down towards the end of the game if we get it in, but let's just hope we can get something in. And because I think tomorrow's weather is going to be even worse.
Yeah, I think they really are trying to fit something in here because I think it's supposed to rain like all day tomorrow too. So, you only have to get through 5 full innings for it to be an official game. So I think that they're probably going to try. I know some severe weather is is slated to come through at around 9:30, maybe 10 tonight. So if they can get this kicked off and then, Hunter Greene just throws a complete game shutout of 5 innings and the Reds score 3 in the first and we just win the game 3-0. Oh, but predictions are at the end. Sorry.
Yeah.
But, if we can get through 5 innings, I'm sure that they will probably try to get to that spot in there as well. Hopefully we're able to see some baseball here tonight. All right, let's talk a little bit about the rest of the series. This is game 1 of 3. Tomorrow we have Lodolo going against Trevor Williams. And then on Sunday in the final of this series, we have Nick Martinez going against Mackenzie Gore. So Lodolo, the lefty against the Nationals, I like that. Their OPS plus against left-handed pitching is 71. And just a reminder, OPS plus is a way to kind of normalize your on base plus slugging based on the rest of the league. So 100 OPS plus would be average, but so 71 OPS plus means they are 29% below average, which is not good. Take for the Reds are actually 89% or 89 OPS plus against left-handed pitching. So they haven't been great against left-handed pitching. the Nationals have been worse. So I like that matchup there. And us being able to do that, especially with Mackenzie Gore coming in Sunday's game. What are your thoughts on the rest of this series there, Ricky?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to Saturdays if we can get it into. With Wadolo pitched phenomenal in Colorado, having the shutout, and then if with Gore, it's tough. He former Red prospect, right?
No, he came from the Padres, I think.
Oh, I'm thinking of Gray. That's what I'm thinking of.
Yes, yeah, Josiah Gray.
Yeah. But he's great. Yeah, he's 2-3 with 3.51 ERA. He's, like you said, he's leading the league in strikeouts, I think, and he's good. And we just need to get something going, because these are the teams that you need to beat, but these are the teams that are also the ones that we struggle with the most in our recent history. Just the teams that are kind of teetering around 500. We just need to get something. We need to win the series.
Yeah, I agree. I really would like to get these first two, so we don't need to win a game against Mackenzie Gore on Sunday. Saturday's also Star Wars night. So all you Star Wars fans, if that game gets in, make sure you head down there. And then Sunday is Minecraft movie night, or they're celebrating the Minecraft movie. So that'll be good for kids if the weather holds up as well. All right, now let's move to the NL Central rundown. What's the NL Central looking like for today?
Yeah, the Cubs are 19-13 in first place. They take on the Brewers. They're in third place. They play at 8-10 tonight. We are coming off of the series split with the Cardinals. The Cardinals are 14-18 in their fourth place, and they're playing the Mets tonight in St. Louis. And the Pirates are 12-20 in last place. Skeens got hit pretty hard his last game out against the Cubs. He went 5 innings, 5 hits, 3 earned runs. I think a couple of them were home runs. And had 4 walks and only 2 strikeouts. But Skeens, he's still 3-3 with a 2.74 ERA. His career is going to be wasted in Pittsburgh.
Yeah. It's almost like he's counting down the days to when he signs with the Dodgers. Oh, man.
Or the Yankees or Phillies.
Yeah. That sounds about right. Hopefully we're able to every time I think we've maybe faced him once. Golly, every time we play the Pirates and we miss Skeens, I'm always happy. So he's just got some nasty stuff. I think we have a Toledo. We have a Toledo, Ohio. We have a Chattanooga, Tennessee. We have how do you say that? Sevierville, Tennessee. Thanks everyone for chiming in. I appreciate it. I know you're here to hear. I guess if you weren't here at the beginning, there's some breaking news. Tyler Stephenson's back up from his rehab assignment, and Austin Hayes went back down to the IL, onto the IL. And they're in a delay. So that's everything that we know so far. But why don't we move to what to watch for if we do get this game in? Ricky, what are some things that you're looking out for in tonight's game?
Yeah, I was scouring the betting lines, and TJ Friedl has hit a home run in each of his last 2 games against the Nationals. He's plus 1,100 to hit a home run, so that's pretty good value.
I like that.
The Nationals have lost 7 of their last 8 road games following a win in their previous game, and Hunter Greene has that's a good stat.
I like that.
Yeah, and Hunter Greene has recorded a win in 4 of his last 5 starts with the Reds as the home favorite versus NL opponents.
Oh, nice. Okay. I don't know why it couldn't be any other way. That's great. I love those. I love those weird stats.
I wish there was a candy stat in there though.
Yeah, I know. Me too. I just want to we need to put it out there. The Reds are 5-1 when we do pregame shows. Just, I don't know what it is.
Magic spark.
Maybe it's these crazy betting lines you keep finding. Maybe it's what to watch for. Maybe it's our opponent lineups that we added in here. Who knows? But I hope we continue that today. My what to watch for is actually about Matt McLain. I know there's been a lot said about him and his struggles, and I just wanted I was just looking to see if this has ever happened to him so far when he was, when he's been playing. And actually I went back in 2023, he had a stretch like this when he was actually in the minors. So right now, McLean is 3 for his last 35 in his last 8 games, which is an 0.85 average. Pretty bad. But in 2023, in AAA, he went a 7-game stretch in April, where he was 2 for his last 25, which was an 0.80 average. So he saw something like that. And then after that stretch, he promptly went on a tear that he ended April and then finished May, seeing him hit 348. So he moved that average all the way up to 348. And then eventually got called up to the Reds, which we remember, and then went on to post 3.6 WAR, 290 batting average, and 16 home runs in just that season with the Reds, not including his minor league stats. So he's been through this before. He's seen something like this. This is a slump that he can, and I think he's just right there from figuring it out. I think that he can turn it on, and then when he gets hot, man, we're talking 2, 3, 4 hits a game, and he's going to really start carrying this team. I can feel it once we get into May and more towards the summer. So hopefully that's some good and some good news for McLean. So keep an eye out for how his at-bats are. Hopefully we able to get a couple hits off these left-handed pitchers. That's about all we have for today. I think, is there anything else that you want to discuss before? I know we got a rain delay a little bit here. Is there any other topics that you wanted to potentially hit on before we send them off?
I kind of want to hit on your McLean a little bit.
Yeah.
Like you said, like him tearing it up in May got him promoted, and he when he's hitting, I think he's the Reds' best hitter, and he's probably the most consistent hitter they have too. And it's a good dynamic with the players that we have, like the young core that we have with him, Elly, Marte, Encarnacion Strand when he comes back, if he can stay healthy. And like, it's just, that's a good core, and they all came up together. So with the chemistry they're building and just the potential that they all have, like it's exciting. It really is. And we're seeing with Marte now, just the potential he has, and he's playing up to it a little bit. Is he playing over it? Probably. He's going to cool down. It's expected. But and Elly, Elly hasn't even gotten hot yet, and he was just on a 14-game hitting streak. So he's going to go on a tear where he's going to hit a home run every other game, 2-3 home runs a week, and I don't want to get too far ahead, but that could carry us into a solid summer. And I don't know. It makes me excited just seeing how just potential all these guys have.
Yeah, it's been really encouraging. I think the Reds have really been carried by people like Marte, Austin Hayes, and frankly, Jose Trevino. Yeah. And that just wasn't there last year. When Elly was slumping, it was just no one there. There wasn't anyone to pick up the slack. So it's just so encouraging to see a lineup where your two best hitters are not even hitting very well. And, they're being carried by others because, they're not going to hold that up for, the entire season, maybe not. But, you can feel pretty good that your stars are going to start showing up and really carrying you along. So I'm excited to see that. Now it's time to get out our crystal balls and to look into the future and see what our predictions are for this game. So everyone as listening, first like the stream. It's been mathematically proven that the more likes we get, the more likely the Reds are to win the game. So likes equals wins. And after you've done that, please type in there what you think the tonight's score is going to be. Because I will highlight them. And if one of them is right, then we will definitely give you some kudos on the next show that we do.
We'll pin them in the comments.
Yeah. So Ricky, what is your thoughts? For what the score is going to be today?
I'm worried about the left-handed pitcher, and I'm worried about not having a lefty in the bullpen potentially. But we're a Reds show, so I'm going to ride with the Reds, obviously, and I think we're going to sneak it out 3-2.
3-2. Wow. Okay. Let's see. Are we getting any? We got a 4-2 Reds from I Am Brad. 5-3. I'm assuming 5-3 Reds. Yep, thank you from Carrie. So that looks like some people are agreeing with you. This is just being me stalling. Unfortunately, I don't think that they're going to get this whole game in. I think they're going to get maybe 6 innings. I think we're going to get the complete game shutout from Hunter Greene for 6 innings. So I think he's gonna really be feeling it tonight, and we're gonna get no runs from the Nationals. And I say McLean hits a 2-run bomb, and Stephenson gets an RBI in his return, and the Reds win 3-0. That's my guess. 3-0 in a shortened game that will count because we'll get over 5 innings, and so that's what we got. Yeah, so it looks like we got 5-2 Reds, 8-2 Reds from W2I Trader. Carrie mentioned, yes, they can call the game after 5 innings as long as the home team and the away team have batted. They can call that an official game. So if not, they can suspend the game. And I'm sorry, somebody needs to be winning. That's the other part. If it's tied, then they can't declare a winner, obviously. So they will suspend it and pick it up at some other point, at right where they left off. So hopefully they can get a lead and then get to the rain delay and send one out, get the easy 6-inning win. We got Cavalier 6-inning pitch and 7 strikeouts. I'd love that. But yeah, so that's what we have today. Today is actually the first post-game show for Eric and Corey T. Phillips. So make sure you turn into those guys, giving Nick and Trace a break here on the weekend. So join in, make sure to like their stream and comment and, give them some love. So hopefully, they'll be going live as soon as the game is over or in the 9th inning, which I don't know if we're going to get to the 9th inning, but they'll be going live at some point tonight. So make sure you tune in and hear what they have to say about the game. And hopefully we'll be able to be discussing a Reds win. So if without anything else, Ricky, I think we just got to hit them with the Go Reds, and then we can say goodnight. Oh, we got a 7-3 Nationals in here, or 7-3 Reds. Sorry. So just got to get that one in there as well. So hit us with the Go Reds there, Ricky.
Let's go Reds.